Hello and welcome back to more Pride of Anglia here with Braintree Town. The second season of our attempt to dominate English football by only managing teams in East Anglia is well underway and it's going quite well. We ended last time with a bit of a slip up, but we're still well in contention for promotion again, and most importantly the board finally agreed to let me do a coaching course, so nothing else really matters. We begin with the news that following his goal-scoring exploits last time, in addition to his usual solid defending, Kieran Clements is duly rewarded with the Player of the Month award for September. Maybe he's trying to make up for that penalty at the end of last season. After last time's shock defeat to Margate, we have the perfect chance to get back to winning ways with the FA Cup third qualifying round game against Nantwich Town, and after a placid first half we secure a comfortable 4-0 win. And then Southend sack their manager. I doubt we get the job, but I think it's definitely something I have to go for. They're currently 18th in the Vanarama National League, so it's definitely a step up. Back to league matters though, and we face Slough, who are right behind us. Given the 3-point deficit we have to Dulwich Hamlet, we can't afford any slip-ups. An early free kick from Alfie Payne is knocked back across by Clements for Femi Akinwande to give us the lead. Not that it lasts long though, as an incisive ball cuts us open and Slough equalise. But that only lasts 5 minutes as Krasniqi is fouled and Akinwande grabs a second from the spot. Johnson then ships their defence for Krasniqi to score a classy finish, and as they miss a golden chance to pull a goal back, we keep going, and in injury time, John Kamani Gordon heads in his first for the club to seal an emphatic victory. A victory made all the sweeter by the news that Dulwich Hamlet lost to Dover, meaning we go top again on goal difference. And our FA Cup odyssey continues as well as we beat National League side Curzon Ashton in a dominant 2-0 display that I assumed we would lose so didn't record. We get Barrow in the first round proper. As the old Klingon proverb says, revenge is a dish best served cold, which an evening kickoff in October in Dartford probably is, so it's a fitting stage for it. Dartford, of course, was the game where it all started to go wrong at the end of last season, so when Cooper heads us in front and then Gordon seals it in the second half, we can put at least one demon to rest. We stay top, still only on goal difference though. A 2-0 win over Gosport Borough follows as the centre-backs continue their frankly ridiculous form. A great start to the episode really. All the new additions to the starting lineup this season are gelling well. Gustav Lilienberg's 12 clean sheets already is a highlight. Indeed, it's so exciting the chairman is apparently selling up. I'll believe it when I see it, to be honest. Southend then do offer me an interview. They are apparently very impressed with the work I've done so far at Braintree, but are concerned by my complete lack of experience leading teams to promotion. I mean, way to rub it in, guys. Now, they seem pretty positive and the financial difficulties there seem to be gone, but the big glowing red flag is that they want to win the league this season, which, given the 18-point deficit they already have, I think might be a bit of a stretch. I know I've said I want to leave at the first opportunity, but that was before they let me go on a coaching course. We'll see. It's been a good start and I don't want to walk into an impossible job. Our good form continues as we annihilate Dagenham and Redbridge 5-0 away from home. A striking masterclass. Although inexplicably Dulwich Hamlet are able to come from 3-0 down to win, it's not going to be like last year, is it? Oh, and that takeover? Not true, unsurprisingly. Also unsurprisingly, given that we won every game, we win Manager of the Month for October. And then we win our first game of November as an absolute exhibition from Akinwande sees us crush Maidstone. How will we stack up against a league side though? You know what? Actually really well. We have the bulk of the play throughout the game, but they obviously score with their only highlight of the first half. But we battle back and a lovely move sees Krasniqi grab a deserved equaliser, which forces extra time. But as we press on, we run out of steam and in only their second highlight they score and win. Absolutely no shame in that performance though. Given his exceptional performances, there's been some apparent interest in Akinwande, so I give him a new deal. It's fairly hefty, but we have a 1-year option as well, so we can't lose him for free. Which is good because we're not going anywhere at the moment, as Southend opt for Jonathan Woodgate. I mean, I suppose he's a bigger name, but good luck surviving those expectations, Johnny. Our backup right winger Luke Holness is leaving though, as he decides to just walk out over playing time concerns. This is of course the danger of having players on non-contracts because they have complete freedom to go whenever they want. Having got revenge against Dartford already, there's no team I want to destroy more than the ones who finally did us in. Local rivals Billericay. Fun fact, Akinwande has actually left Braintree in real life to join Billericay. Also, despite it only being season 2, they're already managed by a regen. We come forward basically from kickoff with Akinwande finding Payne, who finds Krasniqi to give us an early lead. We survive this chance somehow before Akinwande grabs a customary goal for himself to make it 2. In the second half they do pull a goal back and then really should equalise, but they don't, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer team really. We win. We sign former Chelmsford winger Tom Raitt to replace Holness. The board apparently don't rate him, but he's got decent attributes, so I think he'll do okay. We blitz past Poole 3-1 in another excellent display, but Dulwich Hamlet win again as well, and we still remain top on goal difference alone, but at least it's quite a bit higher than theirs. We then race into a 2-0 lead over Dorking before bidding it off. Fantastic, but we are extremely lucky as Dulwich Hamlet draw as well. But we end the month with a comprehensive win as we hit Kidlington for 6 in the FA Trophy second round. The board then decide to offer me a new deal, which, okay, weird timing, but I guess I'll say yes. I mean, there's no other jobs at the moment and I want to get them up at least once. Clearly Lee regrets all those coaching course rejections, or maybe he just fancies increased compensation when we do leave, because this isn't even a pay rise. Oh well, I'd like the security and it's not going to be too much for anyone to buy us out anyway. We have a pretty massive run of games in the lead up to the festive season, including Dulwich Hamlet on Boxing Day. First is Bath though, keen for revenge on us for the playoff semi-final last season as they make a fast start and take the lead. A free kick from Tom Raitt then finds Krasniqi to squeeze it past the post to equalise, and then just before the break the legend that is Akinwande gives us the lead with an exquisite finish. In the second half Krasniqi then gives away a penalty, but luckily Lilienberg is there to stop it and keep us in front for literally 2 minutes as Cook then just powers a header home. Matt Johnson ensures we then have this season's first red card a lot earlier than last time, but we see it out for another draw, which actually ends up being a missed opportunity as Dulwich Hamlet lose to Slough, but still a 1-point lead. Oxford City are the remaining team we need revenge on for last season's collapse, aside from Ebbsfleet and Hemel Hempstead, but they'll have to wait. We hit the woodwork early on, but then Akinwande unleashes an absolute thunderbolt to give us the lead. Alfie Payne then finds Dwayne Sewell to finish neatly for 2, and then after their clearance is slid into the post, the ball breaks for Akinwande to secure his 23rd of the season already. Our youth intake preview says we should be optimistic, which I'll believe when I see, and then our FA Trophy game against Darlington is postponed due to a waterlogged pitch, which hasn't actually happened as much as I was expecting so far. And while that's clearly the most important news of the day, apparently also Brazil won the World Cup or something, England finishing 3rd. We finally face Darlington and it's a bit of an epic. Zach Johnfield bangs in a free kick before Luke Charman equalises with a ridiculously tight angled finish. Payne finds Sewell, who then heads us back in front before Raitt nets his first for the club. They pull another goal back, but Sewell adds a 4th to seal our progression. And while we were doing that, Dulwich Hamlet were dropping points in the league, which is very helpful. We have a slight morale issue at the moment as John Kimani Gordon is upset about his game time or something. It's quite badly programmed because he was persuaded to drop the issue but then just immediately had it again in some way, and then now for some reason this requires a team leader meeting. I mean, why do they all care? Anyway, we then face Dulwich Hamlet in the biggest game of the season so far. I forgot to put Matt Johnson back in, so hopefully Johnfield is fine. He seems to have done well so far. We work a nice opening move and Krasniqi's effort is tipped over, but then we just do it again and Sewell's effort is nudged back into Krasniqi's path to give us the lead. Some sloppy defending gives Akinwande an invitation he doesn't need twice to make it 2. They do have some good chances, but we hold firm, and then Bello is allowed too much time and space and Krasniqi makes it 3. Just what we needed. We move 3 points clear and we still have a game in hand. And then we just go and draw 0-0 with Concord Rangers. Amazingly, Dulwich Hamlet lose again though, so we maintain a 3-point lead, but it's now ridiculously tight at the top with Slough and Dorking heavily involved too. We enter the new year with things far too close for comfort in the league, so it's reassuring to know that the board still want to ensure that my assistant manager is more qualified than me. We face Havant and Waterlooville, who are also really close behind. We've had no rest since the previous game and I really should probably rotate, but I don't really want to. I rest Johnson and Akinwande and no one else and immediately regret this, but it's too late to do anything. We go behind, we go 2-0 down and we do nothing much. Pretty awful, my fault, should have fully rotated. Havant and Waterlooville go just 1 point behind, but Dulwich Hamlet lose again, so it's not too bad I guess, and we do still have that game in hand. But then we take the lead against Welling and bin it off for another draw, so we now drop 1 point behind Havant and Waterlooville. At least the collapse is happening earlier than last season. Anyway, apparently National League side Woking are interested in appointing me, but unfortunately for them they're not in East Anglia, so completely irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. Meanwhile, it's definitely feeling like team meeting time, not that the game game agrees for some reason. The game against Hampton and Richmond Borough is postponed because of the old waterlogged pitch again, and while we should have been playing, Havant and Waterlooville can only manage a draw. After that, we now can do a team meeting, maybe because of the pitch issue, everyone had already gone home or something, and I tell them politely to get their acts together, which they all agree would be best. And to underline the renewed team spirit, John Kamani Gordon then says he's leaving on a free at the end of the season for a new challenge. You've been here 6 months, mate, and you play most games off the bench at least. What are you moaning about? We face Spennymoor in the FA Trophy, and it'd be nice to just win, really. They are set out quite defensively, and so we dominate from the off. We have a few chances, and then Akinwande opens the scoring with an absolute cracker. Or not. But in the second half, a very neat move sees Balogun cross in for Akinwande to leap above his marker and head us in front for real this time. Akinwande then turns provider, sliding it across for Krasnicki to tap home, and then another neat move sees Saul slot a third away to seal it. Meanwhile in the league, Dulwich Hamlet lose, but Slough win to now leapfrog us. Maybe we should just focus on the cup instead, as we get Hampton and Richmond Borough in round 5. Hopefully though, the momentum of our win in the cup can carry on against Dover. We work an exquisite move in the first half, but Addy's effort can only hit the post. But then later on we get a free kick in a prime position, and Rate's strike hits the post as well. For goodness sake. Luckily though, Slough lose, so we move back to only 1 point behind and still with that game in hand, but talk about wasted opportunities. The rearranged game against Hampton and Richmond Borough constitutes our game in hand, so we really need to win it. We look for a fast start, and as Akinwande is tackled, the ball falls to Addy to this time score. He then gets an assist as well as Akinwande doubles our lead. We do have some time for some customary falling asleep though as they pull a goal back, and then nearly equalise as they hit the post. But then in the second half we get a penalty and Akinwande converts. And then as they press forwards we counter and Dronfield seals it. Job done, 4-1, and finally a league win again. We go top once more, 58 points, albeit only a 2-point lead when it should be a lot more. All the main contenders then go and drop points while Krasnicki opts to stay, so a good day all round. If we can beat St Albans, we can finally open up a bit of a decent lead. And we do, as Alfie Payne scores not 1, not 2, but 3 long-range bangers into the top corner within the space of 7 minutes to see us win 4-1 again, to go 4 points clear. We end the episode at Enfield Town, hopefully we can extend our lead even further, but no. We end having shot off our own foot yet again. We come from behind, take the lead, and bin it off once again. Ugh, we look so good for most of last episode, so good. Oh well, we can't really complain, we are still top of the league, and a lead is a lead, even if it's just 2 points. Although we have now lost TQ Addy for 7 weeks. But yeah, I really shouldn't feel too bad given we are literally still top of the league, but it's been so many drop points lately. It's frustrating, but it is still in our hands, not that that really bodes well given what happened last year, but still. See you next time.